Hello, and welcome to the Automated Expense Report Template tutorial here at LedgerLiberty.com. As always, please remember to click Enable Content if this security warning appears when you open the file. This is simply a result of the workbook having macros enabled. Please have a quick read of the instructions on this tab. They should answer the majority of your questions. Now, let's get started. On the Inputs tab, we begin by entering the company's information. We put the company name here. We'll say that there is a company currency of the Canadian dollar. The date of the report, June 10th, 2013. Employee name. And say that the employee was given a cash advance of $50. Next, we proceed by entering each of the expenses that is being incurred by the employee. So, say on May 1st, 2013, the employee had a test expense. Notice that we have the foreign exchange rate here. If the exchange rate is the same as the company currency, which it is in this case, Canadian dollars and FX CAD, then you will not need to change anything in the FX or the rate column. We'll say that this expense was $500 and tax was $20. And now we can choose the type of expense from this list here. We'll choose travel. Later on in this tutorial, you'll learn how to customize this drop-down so that you can have any type of expense in here. Let's enter the second expense, starting at June 5th, 2013. Description, testing 2. This time, let's change the FX rate. We'll say that this was incurred in US dollars in the amount of $100, tax $50. The expense type, we'll say that this was travel again. Lastly, let's include one more expense. Say it was incurred on June 6, 2013. Random description. We'll just choose this Albanian currency, for example, in the amount of 300, tax of 30, and we'll say this was a hotel expense. Now, I could put in the exchange rates here myself. However, the spreadsheet will automatically download rates from Oanda for you. All you have to do is click on this Download FX Rates button. Now the rates have populated themselves. Looks like we're all set. Now we just have to click on Generate Report. Okay, so now our expense report has been generated. Each expense has been translated into the company's currency as required. A subtotal has been calculated showing the expenses incurred by the employee. This has been adjusted for the $50 that had already been advanced to the employee, resulting in the total owing of $627.85. You'll notice that there is also space for the employee's signature and management approval. Please feel free to customize this report as you see fit. Otherwise, it is ready to be printed. Now, let's see how accountants will save time with this template by clicking on the Journal Entry tab. A journal entry has been automatically generated based upon the expense types that were selected on the Inputs tab. We have debits to the travel and hotel expense here. We also have credits to accounts payable and cash advance of the employee. Notice that the journal entry numbers will sum to $677.85, which is consistent with the amount on the expense report. Also on this tab, we can customize the expenses that our employee can select. Let's add a printing expense right here. Let's also change the account numbers for some of these expenses. Take a look at the Inputs tab. We can now choose Printing Expense from the Expense Type drop-down. Click Generate again, and all of the journal entry account numbers will now be up to date. 6,000 for printing, 1,000 for travel, 3,000 for hotel. And that's it for this template. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact us.